everyone. Today I thought I'd share with you a recipe that I've been making for many years. My children are like 32, 33 years old, so I've been making this slice since they were little for their lunch boxes. Now that I've got the grandkids, I'm making this slice for their lunch boxes, and of course hubby likes this slice as well. It's easy, it's got basic ingredients, it's more or less no fail. If you've got things like this in your pantry, we should be able to do this together. Let's go. All right, so hopefully these are the things you have in your pantry. We're talking flours, cocoa, sugar, butter, an egg. That's it. It's that easy, and a bit of coconut. Okay, so I've already melted 125 grams of butter. Now I use real butter. It's just my preference. We always use real butter in our house, so I assume margarine will work, but I've melted 125 grams of butter in here. I'm going to add just a couple of drops of vanilla essence. Now, you know what? If you haven't got vanilla, I really don't think it's going to matter. If you haven't got vanilla, just leave it out. I don't think it's a game changer. I'm just adding vanilla because I've always done so. A cup of brown sugar. Now, this is actually dark brown sugar. Now, I use dark brown sugar because I prefer the taste of it. Normal brown sugar will do the trick. Normal brown sugar is fine. So a cup of brown sugar, whether it be brown sugar or dark brown sugar, either is going to be just dandy. So you're just going to mix that up a little bit until it's kind of combined. We're going to add 1 egg. Just whack it in like that. Break it up. Mix your egg in. If I tend to make a recipe, I'll be sharing a few more with you. I just thought the other day, I cook a lot. People usually like what I cook. Nothing I make is fancy. I'm not a chef. I just cook stuff at home that kids like, and if the kids like it, hopefully you'll like it. You'll soon realise that nothing I cook is fancy or overcomplicated. So that's our egg, our sugar, our vanilla essence, and our butter. We're going to add 1/3 of a cup of cocoa. I was actually wondering the other day, as I said, I've been cooking this recipe like for ages, and I'm like, I wonder where I initially got it from. And I think, if there are any of you out there who actually went to McLean High School, you may want to confer this with me. I think this is one of the original recipes I had when we did home science in year 7, when I was at high school, and I've just kind of adapted it a little bit. So that's how old it is. I'm old, and this is from when I was at high school. I think this is where I got it from. Now, we have got 1/2 cup of plain flour. 1/2 cup plain flour. Mix it in a little. We've got 1/4 cup of self-raising flour. Then I'll bang that in. Mix it up a little. And we've got 1/2 cup of desiccated coconut. I'm going to jam that in there. Now, obviously I am in Australia, so the cups and measurements I'm talking about are, what do we use, metric? I think, metric. So Australian cup measures anyway, I'm pretty sure we're metric. Okay, I forgot to tell you, oven, preheat it. 160 fan forced. If you haven't got a fan forced oven, 180 is fine. That's degrees Celsius. Again, we are in Australia, people. Okay, so it just looks like that. It's a little bit sticky, but that's it. That's just sliced, done and dusted. All we've got to do now, whack it into a slice tin. I've just got a bit of greaseproof paper here, baking paper. I just jam it in there. And we are going to transfer that sticky chocolatey mixture into this slice tray. Like so. As I said, easy, don't overcomplicate it. Cooking should be easy and tasty and fun, and something we can do without being too stressed out. Okay. There it is. Just spread it out. It is a sticky mixture, so I usually hold, as you can see here, baking paper down at either end as I spread it out. I do find it spreads out a little bit in the oven, so you don't have to be perfect getting it right to the edges. It will sort of spread out a little bit as it cooks. But we're nearly there. Here we go. As I said, I'm not going to crisp the edges of my greaseproof paper or anything like that. I'm not that fancy smancy. She'll be right, mate. When she comes out, should be looking good. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to whack that in the oven, 160 degrees Celsius fan force for 30 minutes. Don't overcook it. We want it fudgy. Okay, 30 minutes is the max. Okay, our 30 minutes is up. I have just taken this out of the oven. Looks like that. I'm going to put it on a rack there for a second. While it cools for a couple of minutes, we're going to make our icing. Now, we do ice this slice while it's hot, and that's the beauty of it. We don't have to hang around too long. So, we've got 2 cups of icing sugar for our icing. 1, 2. We have got 1/3 cup of cocoa. Now, you may think 1/3 cup of cocoa is a lot. It probably is, but I like my icing really chocolatey. By the way, people, I don't know what you use, but Cadbury cocoa all the way for me. Now, we need some butter. Again, I use normal butter. About, I don't know, that's about, I don't know, 2 teaspoons maybe. About that much butter. We put it in there. Now, I had boiled the jug and I forgot to bring it in. I'm just going to go grab the jug because we need boiling water. Boiling water, jug. Now, be very careful. You only want to add a tiny bit of boiling water at a time. If you add too much boiling water at once, it goes sloppy and you can't use it. So we're just going to add a tiny little bit like that. Maybe a little bit more. Tiny, tiny. I'm going to mix. I'm going to get a bit of an idea of consistency once we mix that in a bit. Okay, a little bit more hot water, boiling water I should say, a little bit more. Icing doesn't have to be hard. As I said, it's just icing sugar, cocoa, butter, boiling water. That simple. Little tiny bit more. Just as I said, add really gradually. Do not add too much. You can't bring it back once you over soften it. It's just not the same. Okay, so it's starting to look good. Starting to look good. Okay, happy with that. See your jug of water. Go over there for a sec. Alright, now that's about what we're looking for. So it's still a little thickish. Because we used boiling water, it's easier to mix, but it'll set well. Okay, this tray's still going to be hot, so I'm going to bring my slice back over. And we're going to whack that icing on to our slice. As I said, we're icing it hot. You may also be thinking that that's quite a lot of icing. I like a lot of icing. Don't judge me, I just do. If my icing to slice ratio is insufficient, I get triggered. I just got to have a sound amount of icing. Okay, we're just going to spread that out onto our cooked base, like so. Okay, that's looking good. Give it a little swirl just to be a little bit fancy smancy. Now, the beauty of this slice is you can decorate it with anything. If you want to put hundreds and thousands on it, go ahead and do that. But today, I'm going to put some shredded coconut on mine. So, it's got some shredded coconut. Just going to sprinkle it on there while it's warm, obviously. On we go. Yes, I'm heavy-handed with everything. It's just the way I operate. No apologies. That looks good. Now, I won't tip it up too far, the thing might fall out. So that's what it looks like with the coconut on top. I'm just going to put that on a cooling tray for a couple of hours now to cool off. Once I slice it up, I'll come back and I'll let you know what it looks like.
Here it is, yummy, fudgy, chocolatey, delicious.